Hello SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to No Road Tanks Console video. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the IS-6 Black, a Tier 8 Soviet heavy tank with preferential matchmaking, which means +1, -2. Means you'll never meet Tier 10s in this tank, and you'll meet 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s in this tank. So I have two matches for you, and one's on Perovka and one's on Marovka. I think this is called Marovka. Oh my goodness, I don't remember. Anyway, let's go over the reason I'm driving this tank. So, starting November 2nd, going till November 30th, there will be an earn-up where you'll be able to earn 3 tanks. The IS-6 Black, which is known for its really good XP earner at 75%. Is it crew XP? Crew XP, or is it just regular XP? It is regular XP. Or the Minotaur KV5, which is known for its 75% silver boost. Or the Demolisher T28 prototype, which is known for its 75% Commander XP boost. So, 3 tanks. And basically I'm going to be going over over each tank. Also, if you're wondering how much silver you'll get if you rate on the tank and you pick it, and you pick the IS-6, it'll be 5,664,000 is the most silver that you'll get back between the 3 tanks. So let's talk about the IS-6 Black right quick. Let's talk about what equipment I have on it. I have the advanced loader, advanced gunling drive, and the advanced armor, and enhanced target info. I have, for my crew skills, is Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Off-Road Driving, Adrenaline Rush, Clutch Braking, Silent Driving, and Fire Prevention. So, the IS-6. I've been hearing a lot of people being like, oh, the IS-6 Black is the worst decision out of the 3 to make. Maybe a couple of months ago, but this tank recently got buffed. It got buffed maybe a month or 2 ago. And I think they improved the rate of fire. I think. But I do know for a fact they improved the armor. So the front of the armor, the whole armor used to be 100 millimeters. Now it's 110. Which, that doesn't sound like a lot, right? Like 100 to 110, that's only 10 millimeters of armor. Like, that doesn't really sound that good. But guess what? 110 extra millimeters of armor, especially when it's slanted, makes a huge difference. Well, it makes a big enough difference. Because if you're just facing a tank with the IS-6, your frontal plate is anywhere from 200 to 220 millimeters effectiveness, unless you hit the driver's hatch, which is 240 millimeters effectiveness. But that's not even angling or using your 6 degrees of gun depression, which if you use your 6 degrees of gun depression, then your armor becomes like 240, 260, 270 and angling. But let's not talk about the armor right now, because and the very next match is the match I'm going to be showing off the armor perfectly. And yeah, and it's going to be on Perovka. And you know what I'm going to be doing on Perovka? Going down the 1 and 2 line in the IS-6 Black. The IS-6 Black. So, let's talk about the Hydra right quick. So the Hydra is a IS-6 that has a bigger gun at 440. This one has 390, but I do prefer this gun over the Hydra's gun because this one has a better rate of fire. Speaking of rate of fire, speaking of DPM, the DPM of this tank is 2,126. Now let's talk about the Hydra. So the IS-6 has 110 millimeters at the front. Now the Hydra, which is the IS-6, has a 75% silver boost. And it has 130 at the front. I mean, that armor works amazingly. You'd be like, why would I get the IS-6 Black if I already have the Hydra? Well, guess what? Hydra can meet tier 10s. And yeah, you can meet tier 10s in the Hydra. But in the IS-6 Black, you can't. And so, you have 20 millimeters less armor, but you don't have to meet tier 10s. And you have preferential matchmaking, so you have a more chance of getting a match with tier 8s. And you have a higher GPM. Also, perfect tank to train crews in. Amazing for it. Anyway, so this match, MVP, 4,404 damage. Made 133,000 silver. See? 133,000 silver. MVP, easy. 11,401 XP, Commander XP made. And nearly 8,300 XP made on the tank. Without any boosters or anything. So, like I said, Profka with the IS-6 Black. So let's go over the stats a little about the IS-6 Black while I drive into position. So the accuracy is 0.42, the gun depression 6 degrees, penetration is 175 on its standard and 217 on its premium, which is a downside on this tank. What else? If your range sucks at 370, power to weight ratio is 13.59. And its top speed is 35, reverse speed is 14. So, yeah. Now, this will show you the real power of what the IS-6 armor can actually do. I know there's not tier 9s in this game, but... Wait, there is tier 9s. No, there's not tier 9s in this game. But we're going to be fighting a Projetta 54. We're going to be fighting a Oho. We're going to be fighting, I think, a Senshi that's going to be firing premium. We're going to be fighting a Sturm Tiger P, a J Panther 2. I don't remember what else is over there, but there's a lot of tanks over there, but we're just gonna start bouncing shells. Just show you what the IS-6 Black's armor can do. Also, if you're wondering, I will be making a video on each of the 3 tanks. I probably will make, I don't know if I'll make the Minotaur video tomorrow or the 28 prototype Demoliture tomorrow. So far we've bounced 1,020 damage, and that Senshi right there in front of me is actually firing premium rounds, heat rounds. Also, the lower plate is kind of bad on this tank. It's not that bad, but they'll definitely penetrate your lower plate. It's not that hard of pinning. It's 120 millimeters on the lower plate. So, yeah. Let's see if I can actually get to tank GG, which is 184 millimeters effectiveness. Like, if it's tier 6 or 7s, they're gonna bounce. Or tier 8 that has terrible penetration, they're gonna bounce off your lower plate. There's essentially still firing premium rounds. It's kind of funny. It's like, oh. Hello, Mr. Senshi. With my amazing DPM in your heat rounds. And I have really good armor. Also, there's something I do want to mention about these IS-6 Black. That is the amount of rounds it carries. The IS-6 Black only carries 30 rounds, I think it is? 37. It actually gets 37. Actually, pretty interesting. So that gives you a DPM of potential damage of 14,430. Now this is where the penetration of the IS-6 Black is gonna fail. Like 217 millimeters of penetration is not enough to go through the Yoho. Why? Because the Yoho has amazing armor. It recently got buffed, so yeah. Let me just go to the thing. Like, the front armor of the Yoho is 230 millimeters. The turret armor is 250. I'm not going through with 217 millimeters of penetration. There's no way. I don't have enough penetration to go through the Yoho. So, yeah, this is my problem right here. Like, I'm absorbing the shots. Also, if you notice, I'm about 6,000 damage. I'm firing high explosive. That one. Now, I only have 3 high explosive loaded on this tank. Now, that first one actually only tracks the OHO, which is devastating because I did like 140 damage right there on that OHO, and I hit that shot with the OHO. And now I'm out of rounds. Out of high explosive rounds on the IS-6, which is sad. Wait. I just realized something. I just realized that when this tank got buffed, its ammo count went from 30 to 37. And you know how many rounds I have loaded on my tank? On my IS-6? 30. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm up to 7,390 blocked. Yeah. Also, if the OHO is firing heat rounds, and there's the Stern Tiger right there. Stern Tiger P. There's nothing really I can do. I had barely any hit points left, and that's a very big gun on the Stern Tiger P. All he has to do is just load high explosive. I was actually kind of amused that the OHO didn't load high explosive, because that's all you gotta do. Also, my teammates were kind of terrible because, my goodness, I couldn't penetrate the OHO. Help, guys! Help me kill the OHO. Anyway, so let's skip to the post-game stats. So that was actually a defeat on Perovka. Only because my teammates wouldn't help me kill OHO. So we actually made 16,000 silver on a defeat. Fired a lot of rounds that game. And yeah, clocked 7,400. Dealt 2,100. Yeah. That's it for this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH because war was not. And peace out, Zia.